From Manila 6th District, Representative Benvenido Benny M. Abante Jr., Chairman of the House Committee on Human Rights. Chairman Abante.
Okay. Magandang umaga po sa ating mga kaibigan mula sa media, sa ating kasama ngayon, si Representative Zia Alonto. Now, yesterday, I'd like to start with this subject. The House Committee on Human Rights began its inquiry on the alleged extrajudicial killings committed in connection with the war on drugs. Itong rationale natin, no? The purpose of these proceedings is to conduct a thorough inquiry into this alleged EJ case. Bakit natin ginagawa ito? Ang tanong siguro ng iba, why are we conducting an inquiry into the deaths of alleged drug addicts or drug dealers? First, we must begin with the principle that each life is valuable, that each life lost is a profound tragedy. Second, we must point out that those who lost their lives, like every Filipino, are protected by the rights granted by the Constitution, one of which is due process. No? Alleged drug users and dealers po sila, di po sila na-convict, because these alleged EJK victims were silenced, they were denied their rights. Now, it is our responsibility to the victims of alleged extrajudicial killings and their families to seek the truth. So how will we conduct this inquiry? In this regard, we are committed to securing comprehensive information by listening to all sides and hearing the voices that must be heard. To the public, we would like to emphasize that the House will approach this inquiry with the impartiality, objectivity, sensitivity, and empathy that such a profound responsibility demands. And as chair of the House Committee on Human Rights, it is my duty and responsibility to ensure that this process is conducted with the utmost probity, fairness, and respect for all the parties involved. So itong ang recap ng aming briefing yesterday. So yesterday, we began the first steps of these proceedings. There were several briefings from individuals and organizations who shared data and information regarding the alleged EJ case that occurred during the previous administration's war on drugs. Aside from data and statistics, we also provided with backgrounders on the possible legal issues surrounding the implementation of the war on drugs. The following information is considerable. And in the weeks to come, we expect more details from the resource persons who will be invited to the inquiry. We should begin in earnest on Wednesday, May 22. Yun po yung first hearing namin. And what is the goal of this inquiry? Before wrapping up, allow me to reiterate the goal of this inquiry. Our purpose here is to seek the truth and not to pass judgment. That's not our goal. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse number 17, and I always quote verses like this because, hindi lang po ako isang public servant but also a bishop. The Lord says, learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. Very clear po, nakalagay sa Bible, no? So these words call upon us to actively pursue justice and uphold human rights, to stand up for those who have been wronged, and to ensure that the rights of every individual are protected. Ulitin ko po, ang pakay natin sa inquiry na ito ay mapakinggan lahat ng panig upang malaman natin ang katotohanan. And by the grace of God and the support of my colleagues in the House, like my parang anak ko na to, si Congressman Alonto, we hope to accomplish this mission. Kaya't maraming salamat po at